I'm leaving my last property. You can watch it online. It was Lang Street, Padstow, and it sold for 1,400,000 something. So today's results are 4 properties sold out of 11. 4 out of 11. So I don't know what that is as a percentage. Well, that's less than 50%, isn't it? And at the moment, I don't know what it is, but every vendor that I confront at an auction, I don't even ask them, do you have to sell? They just say to me, oh, I want to let you know I don't have to sell. And then I'll go off and I'll say, listen, I'm not really that interested in whether you have to sell. You obviously listed your property because at some point you wanted to sell. I need to know, do you want to sell your home? That's all I got to start off with, right? Because if we've got someone that wants to sell, we can work with them, right? So the problem that we've got at the moment is that everyone feels like, oh, we just missed the market. We just missed the market. We just missed it by a month. So here's the deal. You actually have been a winner big time because your home, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, is worth a lot more than it was a year ago. A lot more than it was a year ago. So today, 4 out of 11, what's that, 40%? You know, and whether we got an increase on Tuesday with the Reserve Bank or whether they decide to hold off because they're too powerly with the Liberal government and they'll let the increases happen in bigger amounts after the federal election. One thing is for sure, that the tone has changed. And I was talking to my good mate Matty Steinway, even on the Central Coast. I mean, look, auction is now becoming the method you use like we used to, not necessarily to sell it on the day, but to sell it after the day. You will notice the auction system will get you a better result than the private treaty system if you use days on market as the KPI. Because whilst the proportion of properties that are selling at auction on the day has declined, like my numbers today, what you'll notice is that when you measure the success result a week after the auction, you'll notice that most of these properties will be sold. Now, I'm going to let you know that the writing is on the wall that after the federal election, there is going to be a listing blitz. There are vendors right now who are just holding off putting their properties on the market because they want to come on after the federal election. Demand and supply, basic economic numbers, says that when a lot of properties hit the market at the one time, that you get a softening of value for vendors. So, every real estate agent there, if you're smart right now, you'd be listing everything you can in the next week or so. You'd be getting on the phone, ringing up your vendors and say, listen, don't come on in June when everyone's coming on. Come on now. And the reason why is that if you come on now, there are buyers who are trying to lock in at low rates now. Now, when rates go up, think about what happens. You borrow less money. When you borrow less money as a buyer, you've got less money to offer to a vendor. When you offer less money to a vendor, the property gets sold at a lower price. So it makes damn sense. Do business now. Get off your bum, get your handyman over, clean it up, and get the damn thing on the market ASAP. Anyway, my friends, I'd love to know what your day was like. As I said to you, 4 out of 11, back to the normal real estate market, which for the last 35 years of my life has probably been 30 out of the 35. Vendor here, buyer here, just chip and chase, grind away, narrow the gap. That's what we get paid for, my friends.